2017 Chevrolet Cruze Hatchback, just like the sedan, except in back. Our multiple encounters with Chevrolet's second-generation Cruze sedan have been entirely cordial. It placed third in a recent 5-car comparison test, in which the modest compact pleased us with its quiet cabin and good looks, as well as its overall comfort. We ranked it ahead of the Hyundai Elantra and the Nissan Sentra in that test, but found it less compelling than the Honda Civic or the Mazda 3. Essentially, it snags the middle-of-the-pack praise we once reserved for the solid goods Corolla, before that Toyota took a lazy turn toward apathy in recent years. Hardly exciting stuff, but for 2017 the Cruze's story is somewhat caffeinated by the addition of a 4-door hatchback model. The hatch answers the call for a more useful Cruze variant here in the US, giving Chevrolet a shot at the growing interest in compact hatchbacks. The previous generation Cruze was available as a hatch elsewhere in the world. At Ford, 40% of Focus sales in 2015 were the hatchback model, and Chevrolet has never stopped watching its crosstown rival, and vice versa. Unlike Ford, however, General Motors has not seen fit to bring us a hot hatch like those it offers in Europe, and to Chevy, the letters RS denote nothing more than an option package containing wheel and appearance upgrades. The lack of aspiration beyond practicality is evident in the Chevy's suspension tuning, steering ratio, wheel sizes, and styling forward of the back doors, all being more or less identical to those of the refined but decidedly unsporty sedan. The liftback model at least looks more interesting. The roof sweeps down more aggressively to meet the steeply raked rear window, and the entire caboose is 8.4 inches stubbier than the sedans, lending the hatch a chunky, forward-leaning appearance. The only bad angle is the dead-on rear view, where the dimensional tweaks and sloped rear end have a flattening effect that, to our eyes, makes its butt look too pancaked. The priority placed on styling results in a smallish hatch opening set somewhat high off the ground, situated above a tall rear bumper and squeezed between the car's haunches. Those who remember the short-lived Saturn, nay Opel, Astra will recognize the approach here, sacrificing practicality for appearance. The more squared-off Volkswagen Golf leads the class for size and ease of use, but the Cruze's hatch opening doesn't seem any smaller or higher than, say, that of the Mazda 3. Cargo space behind the rear seats is 23 cubic feet, 3 cubes more than is available in the Ford and the Mazda. There are 47 cubes in the Chevy with the back seats folded, which matches Mazda and beats Ford by 2. When lowered, the rear seat backrests lie nearly flat and leave only a small lip between the surface they create and the flat load floor. For its part, the practical Golf measures in at 23 cubic feet with its seats up and a whopping 53 with its seats down. We are fans of the hatchback body style in general, and while the Cruze may not claim best-in-class cargo volumes, it's still appreciably more practical than the sedan. The transformation doesn't come at the expense of the sedan's admirably quiet demeanor, either. Chevrolet engineered sound deadening measures into the cargo area, aiming to keep the hatchback as serene at speed as the sedan, despite losing the bulkhead that divides the backseat from the trunk. Similar attention was paid to tamping down noise generated by the available rear spoiler. The result is a quiet cabin with little road sizzle audible through the cargo floor and minimal cabin booming over bumps. As in the sedan, the hatchback driving experience is tuned for minimal fuss. The steering is low on feedback but nicely weighted for correction-free, straight-ahead tracking on the highway. The chassis exhibits similar competence, masterfully smoothing out road imperfections and minimizing body roll and corners, but doing little to encourage the driver to have fun. 2 suspension setups are offered. The entry-level LT hatchback comes with a basic front strut/rear torsion beam arrangement, while stepping up to Premier trim adds a Watts linkage to the rear axle for more precise wheel control. These arrangements don't feel substantially different, and we found that wheel size plays a more critical role in the Cruze's ride quality. The Bass 16-inch trims return a creamy compliance over most road imperfections and low tire noise, while the available 18-inch wheels of the Premier trim add some flintiness and a subdued but more evident hum at highway speeds. The two Cruzes share 153 horsepower 1.4-liter turbocharged inline-four paired with either a 6-speed manual transmission or a 6-speed automatic. A diesel option, along with the 9-speed automatic, will arrive later. As in the sedan, this engine is smooth if uninspiring, and its noises are well suppressed. The automatic transmission is smoother still and shifts smartly. The sole method for manually selecting gears with the automatic is by way of a cheesy thumb switch on the shift lever. There are no paddles, nor even a forward and aft shifter gate. We didn't have the chance to sample the 6-speed manual transmission on our drive, but based on our experience with a 3-pedal setup in the sedan, it can frustrate with its tall, widely spaced gear ratios and shifter feel that is more workmanlike than sporty. Chevrolet also has not addressed the oddly placed brake pedal, which, as we've noted in previous Cruze reviews, sits higher off of the floor relative to the throttle and can snag the driver's shoe when switching from one pedal to the other.